Since our singing voices didn't make it to Nashville,
We figured we would use our voices in a completely different way.
we're two friends hanging out, sharing about our businesses
Our journeys to motherhood, things we love, and making time to do life.
together. This is
Two chicks and a glass. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm Angela Robertson, and I am one half of Two Chicks and a Glass.
I am LaShonda Hollins, and I am the other half of Two Chicks and a Glass. And today we're going to be talking to you about competitiveness versus feeling like you're in competition with somebody. So we're going to be talking about all of that. But before we get into it, I'm going to tell you what's in my glass. I am actually drinking something that's very, very different today. I had some friends over and they're sweet wine drinkers, and I always try to have something for everybody. And so we opened this wine, which is from one of the Texas vineyards here called Fiesta Winery. And this is one of their sweet wines. This is called Southern Sparkle.
Ooh.
So it is a sparkling wine, but it's carbonated. Well, of course, it's carbonated, it's sparkling, but it's grape. And it has a grape sweet flavor to it. I'm not a big sweet drinker. So again, it's not my favorite, but it has a soft pink hue to it, almost like a rosé, but just a sweet, sparkling, great wine. So if you're a very, very new drinker and you like sweet wines, this is going to be really good for you. It's very fruity. You get your grapes and strawberries and a lot of the sweeter berries you get in this wine. I Fiesta to me is actually known for sweeter wines. Some of their wines that I think would be drier are actually sweeter. And so whenever I go to Fredericksburg, Texas, this is one of the places that I take my friends that are sweet wine drinkers, because there are not a lot of sweet wines throughout Fredericksburg. It's just not known for a lot of sweet wines. So this is where I take those friends that want to try sweeter wines. So if you're ever in Fredericksburg, Texas, Fiesta Winery is one to go for sweet wines like these grape ones and some strawberries and things like that.
That sounds good and sweet. Like, I'm just like you. I'm not a real sweet drinker, but I mean, you made me kind of want to taste that one.
It tastes good. Like with sweet wines, I can't drink them for a long time. They just get
Mhm.
too sweet. So it's good for a glass of wine if you want to have something sweet um, with your dessert or something like that. Those are always good dessert wines as well. The dessert just kind of tones the sweetness down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that sounds awesome. Tonight I am drinking another red. So I am drinking, it's called Barossa Valley Estate. Nick brought this actually last night, and it was my first time trying it. It's a 2015, it's a cab, and it has, let's see, it's got fruit flavors in it. And to me, it's a little dry. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon, so it's a little bit dry. I actually do like the flavor. It's a little darker. Let me taste it for you. It goes down well. It's not very fruity, not too tart or dry. It really has good flavor, and I would drink like several cups of these. So it tastes really good. So that is what I'm drinking tonight. And on my lips, I'm actually going for a nude tonight, and I'm using a lipstick. So this lipstick, it's lipstick number 100, and it's the perfect nude. It's a creamy nude color, and it's moisturizing and hydrating. If you think about like a chapstick, but something with a little bit of color, that's exactly what this lipstick is. It's super moisturizing for your lips, and I love 100. It's called Not Telling, And if you can look at it on YouTube, it literally matches the color of my lips. If you are listening, it's like a nice little brown shade, but it's the perfect nude for everybody. So that is what's on my lips today. And I'm so ready to get into this topic.
Girl, let's dive into this topic because I think this is one that both you and I like we've chatted about it before and we talk about it all the time, just about not why does everything have to be a competition, or why do we always feel like I'm in competition with the next person if they're doing the same thing that I'm doing. And I think
Mhm.
it's important. And when I say we, I mean us as a whole, like us as a people, honestly. Um,
Right.
Unfortunately, growing up, there was always this term that kept coming up, or this statement that kept coming up that was like, don't be a crab in a bucket. And it's like that, always have feeling like you have to pull somebody down in order for you to climb to the top. And so when I talk about being a competitive person or having a competitive spirit versus always feeling like you're in competition with somebody, those are two very different things to me. And so I'm glad that we're having this conversation tonight, because I am sick of the crabs in a bucket mentality.
Absolutely. Like that's well said. I feel the exact same way. And I feel like it's been around like for forever.
Mhm.
It's nothing new. And it's going to take a lot of people voicing and a lot more people working together and showing that it can be done in order to reverse this mentality that's in our community. Um,
Exactly.
there's so much opportunity available for every single person that there's no reason for anybody to really feel that they should have to pull anybody down. So how do you view competition?
So, it's interesting because when you're younger and you're growing up, it's natural to, feel a little bit jealous or feel like you're in competition with somebody. And so I don't deny that as a younger, like teenager, a younger woman in college, like I didn't have those feelings sometimes where I felt like I was always in competition with somebody. I always had to be better or be doing something better. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that I do have a competitive spirit. And for me, that means that I am a go getter. Like, I like to get things done. We've had this conversation before. I don't like to be stagnant. Um, I am competitive in what I want to do and what I like to do, because I know that I'll fail, but I don't like to fail. Nobody can say, oh my gosh, I love when I fail. you
Mhm.
know?
Right.
So I understand that I will fail, but I think that my competitive spirit like kind of keeps me going towards that. And so for me, um, I view competitiveness now as me going after my dreams and me leveling up. I am constantly in competition with myself. I'm not in competition with people around me. So that's how I view competitiveness. Like, competition is different. Like, I don't want to be in competition with anybody other than LaShonda. I don't have to be in competition with anybody other than LaShonda. So that's how I view competition and competitiveness. It's just leveling up myself. What about you?
Right. Well, I mean, you just took every word from my brain out of my mouth and spoke it. And basically, what I think of is at a young age and in our society, we are taught that only one person can be at the top, like only one person can get that job.
Only one
Only,
homecoming queen, only one,
right.
you know what I mean? All of these things.
Yes. So at an early age, like they have pageants and, like all of these things that just teach us how to compete with each other.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's so much easier for us to feel that that's the only way that we can live and thrive. But for me, competition, like I am the same way. I love for people to win. I love for people that are winning to teach me how to win. So what
Yes.
yeah, it just forces me to level up.
And
So
I clap for those other people, like people that are
exactly.
also winning or people that are also leveling up instead of comparing myself or being jealous. Like I clap for you. I clap for you and I say, damn, like they are killing it. I want
Yeah.
to kill it too. You know what I mean? Like, not, oh, they're killing it. I can't stand. I don't want to see them win. No, girl, if you're willing, show me how to win too, you know?
Yes, that is it. That's exactly how I feel because everybody can win together. Everybody can do the same thing and win. Everybody can, I mean, live on this planet and win. So the way that I view that is, competition is uplifting. I
Yeah.
want other people to be winning so that way it forces me to level up. And competitiveness, I just don't have to compare myself with anybody. So I can compete and I'm competing against my own self because nobody's journey is the same as mine. Nobody has endured the exact same thing, the exact same struggles that I have. Yes, we are all relatable. Yes, we've all had struggles and some are similar, but nobody is me. And that's the same thing for you, the same thing for whoever that other person is. There is no competition
Right.
because we are individuals and we're all unique.
And it goes back to one of the business models that and a lot of the things that I've done just over the last year, 2 years, or all the stuff that I have going on, it goes back
Mhm.
to what makes you stand out, what makes
Right.
your business stand out. That's what you build on. You don't focus on what everybody else around you is doing, what makes you different. And so it goes back to that mentality. And I like to think of it as an insurance company or something. You know what I mean? Like you have so many successful insurance companies. You have State Farm, you have Geico, you have Allstate. What if they said, I'm not going to do it because Allstate's doing it? I'm not
Right.
going to do what's the little duck? Who's the duck?
Affleck.
Aflac.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it because Aflac's doing it, or the colonel or the general or whatever he's called. Like if these companies would have said, I'm not going to do it because they're doing better than me or they're already doing it, they wouldn't be successful. All of these companies are already successful. I just gave you their names like off the top of my head.
Right.
And that's
Right.
how we have to think too, is like, even though you're doing the same thing I'm doing, we can all win in this game. There's enough out there for all of us.
Absolutely. So for me, I look at things and I know that you do too. There's unhealthy competition and
Yes.
healthy competition.
Yes.
So what do you view as healthy competition? We're going to start with the good right now.
Let's start with the good, girl. Let's start with
Let's
the
do
good.
that.
So healthy competition for me is, when it's fun. Like I
Mhm.
always want friendly and fun competitiveness. If we're doing something and somebody says, "Hey, the first person that gets this done is the winner, or you've succeeded, or whatever the case may be." That's the type of healthy competitiveness that I like, or competitiveness that allows you to elevate and me to elevate too. Maybe I
Mhm.
come out on top on this one because I was able to go up five steps, but you were able to go up 3 steps too. So either way, we're both elevating. We're not where we started. And so for me, that's healthy competition. We're both able to grow. Somebody may get there and somebody may win the gift card or win the free trip or whatever it is that they're giving away or whatever it is you're trying to work towards. You may get that, but we're all leveling up in the process. Like you didn't leave empty handed. Either you
Right.
had knowledge or you leveled up in your business somehow. You gained resources or other people to work with, people that you can bring into your circle that helps your business. I like the competitions where it's fun, we're all winning, and we're still able to take something from it, whether we win or not.
Absolutely. I agree. And it's something that I feel like is necessary. It makes things fun.
Yes.
If you think about like racing, I want to win this race. but that doesn't mean that you can't win the next race. So it's so healthy.
And it pushes you and it motivates you. um with your example to racing, like, if you're out there and you're racing against Hussein Bolt, you know what I mean, and I
Mhm.
think that's how you say his name, and he's so fast, you know what I mean, and he may win. But if you're keeping up with him, somebody out there is saying, damn, LaShonda kept up with Hussein Bolt. Like, she didn't win, but she was like seconds away. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like you were right there. Like, somebody saw that, somebody noticed that, or that's gonna push you and prepare you for the next time that you get out there to race against that person again. And so I think that's what healthy competition is all about. It's just about getting out there, having fun, leveling up.
I agree. Well said. So I guess I'm going to spend 2 seconds on unhealthy because we're not even going to give that a lot of time.
No, not a lot of time at all. We don't, because that's what we're trying to get away from. We're going to tell you what it is so you can stop.
Unhealthy, number one, is not going for something because somebody else is doing it. First of all, that is very harmful to yourself,
Yes.
because it makes you have a bad mentality about yourself. You are limiting your goals, your beliefs, your success because somebody else is doing it.
It stops
So
your growth, period.
exactly. It's just dead. So you're not growing. You are putting yourself in a box, and it's just not healthy for you. Another unhealthy thing is to talk negatively about somebody that's doing well. So
Yeah.
if somebody's doing well, applaud them, try to run with them, try to figure out what it is they're doing. If there's something that they are doing that you feel that you could benefit from, go to that person and say, hey, you know what, you are winning and I want to learn how.
Yeah.
You know, there we can
Pick up
all
the
learn from
phone
there.
and call them. Pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I noticed you killing this or knocking this out of the park, and I'm trying to get there. That person may be willing to be your mentor if they're up to it. You never know what could come from a relationship like that.
Exactly. And we look at like celebrities, there's a lot of celebrity people that, hey, I want to be as successful as this person. What's unhealthy is for you to put them on a pedestal and feel like you can never attain that goal. What is healthy is, again, for you to look at their lifestyle, to look at the things that they did to become successful and emulate that or apply some of the things that they did to gain success in your life or your business.
And constantly comparing yourself to other people um, is unhealthy. If you spend your time looking at somebody that's doing the exact same thing that you're doing, you're pointing out what they're doing right, what you're doing wrong, kind of like Angela said, talking down on yourself, it can become mentally and emotionally unhealthy. So not only are you negatively thinking about yourself, or negatively talking to yourself, talking down to yourself, you're also kind of breaking yourself down mentally, and again stunting not only your growth but your mental health as well. And you start to feel bad about what you're doing. You feel like you're not growing. Sometimes leads to depression or anxiety when you're trying to get back into the to speaking, as an example, when you're trying to get back in front of the podium, then you get all of these jitters and all of these nerves, and you can't do it because you've just compared yourself to the last speaker that went before you. And
Right.
so you have to make sure that you're not falling into the trap of comparing yourself to other people. Comparison trap is awful, and it
Absolutely.
can break you down.
Yeah. Like it's very unhealthy. And there's no healthy way or healthy thing that can come out of comparing yourself to somebody else. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, there's just,
There's
it's
just
nothing.
nothing. So, to go back into something a little bit lighter or a little bit more positive, tell me about a time where you feel like you worked with somebody, and I'm sure I know you do this all the time. You worked with somebody that does something similar to what you're doing, and you utilize that, or it wasn't this competition where y'all were, butting heads with each other, but instead it was something different.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's basically what I'm doing with Lime Life. It's we are all in this business and we are all doing ultimately the same thing. We are selling skincare and makeup, but what we are also doing is making an impact, making a difference in our lives. Like we all operate our businesses in our own unique way. There's so many women that have won in this business that are leveling up still constantly. They've already reached the top and are still leveling up, and they're reaching down, grabbing the people that want to be there and teaching us those ways. So I do it on a daily basis. I work with women that are, higher rank, lower rank. And none of that matters because, whenever it comes to life, we're all on a level playing field. We all want to win. We all want to make an impact. We all want to ultimately be successful. So for me, I learn from those people. We collaborate more. We share our ideas. We applaud each other when one person, reaches this goal or, has success. Then it is a clap for you, sister. It's not oh my gosh, she won. It's, I am excited for you. I am going to get there. So that's really on a daily basis what my life is. So what about you?
So, I have a couple of examples where I've worked with people that have done or doing some of the same things that I'm doing. For instance, when I did my speech this past year at the women's conference, I was a guest speaker, and there were three other speakers there as well. And of course, once I did my speech and the other people did their speeches, like we're at the end, we're like, hey, like let's get together, let's plan something, let's do something together, let's collaborate. Like it wasn't a she spoke better than me or I need to get the next speaking event because I don't want her to get it or anything like that. It was like we can do so much more when we work together. And so
Right.
we exchanged information so that we can get together and get on a platform together because we realize that we can reach so many more people together than we can apart.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another example for me with yoga, I just did my registered yoga certification, and then Brittany Turner is getting hers. Like we already are planning the yoga retreat. I easily could have said, or she easily could have said, "Oh, she's doing her own thing. I'm going to do my own thing, and we're going to just see how it works." We could have easily felt like we were in competition with each other. One, that's not what yoga is about. That is definitely not the yoga spirit. But two, we were able to again see the benefit of getting together and collaborating. Same thing with my friend Stephanie and in the LNS health space. She's doing HIIT classes, I'm doing yoga. What better way than to bring those two together and create this platform? We're both mental health professionals. She's an LPC, I'm a clinical social worker. We are able to bring this whole health idea to one space. Like we have the same ideas, we want the same things, why not work together? So it's just those situations where working together actually makes you stronger and better and more motivated to get out there and work hard. And so I just think that, and it gives you the platform to reach more people also.
I mean, even if you think about it, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We instead of like you're my best friend, but we have businesses and we are people, and we love people and we want to make an impact in this world. And what better way than to collaborate and do something together?
Oh my gosh, that was going to be one of my other examples. Is
Yeah.
when we did our Simpson County Dream Team event.
Yeah.
When we got on the call and we started collaborating about everything, we realized that, hey, LaShonda and Angela both want to like reach people. They want to inspire. Their goal is to empower women. So they have the same goal for their business, but they're both slightly different. Same thing for Brittany and Shanitra. Like they were very similar in what they were doing as well, but each person had their own niche. Each person had their own thing. And so we all collaborated as a team of four instead of saying one of us shouldn't be here. One of us shouldn't be doing this. Like one of us is more capable or qualified than the other. Like that those are things that never came up for us. We were able to see our likeness, and we were able to see our niches and our uniqueness, and we were able to bring all of that together to create a successful event.
Yeah, we are all different. We are all unique. And at the end of the day, we all have something valuable that we can bring to any table.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what table you're at.
Mm-hmm.
There's something of value that, every individual has. And I feel that it's so important, if you don't know what that is for you, that you figure it out or try to figure it out. Try to talk to people, ask people, hey, what is it that you see in me?
Mm-hmm.
What stands out to me? What do you think of when you see my face?
Yeah.
So those are good ways to, if you're having that struggle in your mind and you're like, oh my gosh, there's nothing unique about me, I want to bring myself down, I am stuck in comparison. If you get there, call your best friend, call a stranger and say, hey, or meet a stranger on the street and say, I don't know what my thing is. and, and just talk to them for a couple seconds. Maybe they can help you. But we all have something unique.
We all do, and I do agree with asking your friends, talking to those people around you that know you and see you on a daily basis. They can tell you what you're good at. They can tell you, oh my goodness, you help me with this, or you do this so well. They can also tell you, hey, this needs a little bit more work, but you're so good at it. You know what I mean? Like I can see your potential in that. One of the other things that I encourage you to do as you're on kind of like this journey to figure out what your niche is, what your passion is, what you're good at, journal, write down. Like it does, you don't have to come up with a topic for your journal. You just jot down whatever comes to mind, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, and get it on paper. Because everything is pouring out of you is a part of you, and it tells you so much about yourself when you read it back or when you look back at it. That helps you figure out who you are and kind of where you want to go to. Is just all of these thoughts coming to your head. You can even start out with writing, I don't know who I am or what I want to do and what I want to be, but I'm on the path to getting there now. I'm on the journey to getting there now. So I think the goal for us with this episode is just to start the conversation about getting us out of this crabs in a bucket mentality, and understanding that we can all be a benefit to each other, and we can all rise to the top, of any business, even if somebody else is doing it as well.
Absolutely. That's the perfect way to end. So, what do you have coming up?
Oh my goodness. So, as you guys know, I always have my shirts, I have my journal, and I have my book. So, I would love for you to visit my website, lhollandspeaks.com, lhollandspeaks.com, and you can grab those things there. My shirts are on there now. My journal and my books on there as well, and my speech from the last women's conference that I did is now posted on there as well. So if you want to go and check that out, it's about a 25-30 minute speech. Love for you to go and check that out. So that is on the website. Also, LNS Health Space is up and running now. We have kicked everything off. So I am doing virtual yoga classes on Saturday, and my friend Stephanie is doing the HIIT classes on Monday and Wednesday. So that's available for $20 a month. Would love for you to be a part of it. We have so many other things planned coming up outside of just the HIIT classes and the yoga classes. We're going to be bringing other people in using our platform to provide more education on healthier eating habits, all kinds of things as well. So I would love for you to be a part of that. Let me know if you're interested on my social media platforms. And the yoga retreat tickets are on sale. So don't forget to grab your yoga tickets. They are on Eventbrite. One of the things that I will try to do is put the Eventbrite link in our YouTube videos. So if you're in Mendenhall, Mississippi, or surrounding areas in Simpson County, we would love, love, love to have you at our yoga retreat as well.
Awesome. Well, for me, I am still sharing a lot about the opportunity to do the business like Lime Life with me. It's a skincare and makeup company that's all about empowering women to look and feel their very best. Right now, for the month of January, you can try out this business for $21. See if it's a fit for you. And, if it is a fit, then you can stay on. If it's not a fit, then you can walk away. So that's something that you were able to try for $21 during the month of January. If you're interested in that, then you can reach out to me personally on my Facebook page. It's Angela Robertson, or you can email me at Angie, ANGIE, at arobertson.com. I'm also here to help with all of your skincare and makeup needs. So you can visit my website, arobertson.com, to shop there. Or again, you can reach out to me via Facebook or Instagram.
Well, awesome, awesome. I think that is all we have, Angie. I appreciate everybody for listening in, watching us. If you're on YouTube, please, please, please hit subscribe, hit subscribe. We would love for you to be tuned in so that you don't miss an episode. We're streaming on all major platforms right now, so you can subscribe to any of those platforms. I think that is pretty much it. Anything else, Angie?
That's it. We will see y'all next time.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all.